Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Destiny 2 beta on the Geforce GTX 750 Ti for FPS monitoring. This time I won't be using cams since Bungie blocked code injection, but I managed to get MSI Afterburner to work here by using Rivatana's stealth mode option. And if you enjoy the content and want to support the channel directly, there's a link to the Patreon page down in the description. So Destiny 2 beta, I'll be doing 1080p, 900p and 720p. To skip to any of those sections of the video, check the description below. So first I'll show you 1080p, trying to get over 30 frames per second, since it was impossible to get 60 frames per second for me at that resolution using the GTX 750 Ti overclocked. The overclock will only be used on 1080p. After that, I'll test 900p, trying to once again stay over 30 frames per second, and then I'll just try low settings to see what frame rate we can get there. Then I'll do the same for 720p, I'll crank up the settings and then I'll just drop to low. On that resolution it was possible to be over 50 frames per second when on low settings, so I recommend overclocking the GTX 750 Ti if you can. It will make a noticeable difference. Open areas after the prologue and many enemies on screen made the frame rate and GPU usage tank, and the CPU usage was high, around 80 to 95%. To fix that, I tried a Ryzen 3 1200 overclocked to 3.9 GHz, and it was much better on those moments. Maintaining 60 frames per second was much easier, so an i5 Ryzen 5 or better than that should be enough to maintain constant 60 frames per second if your GPU is good enough. Keep in mind that this is a beta, so I couldn't test more of the game. What I show here is an enemy and effect heavy scene that hits the GPU a lot and the CPU when enemies show up. I'll test more open areas once the final game releases, so we get a better understanding on how it performs. The options menu has a good amount of options, but to get a good performance boost you'll need to lower settings in groups. Just avoid MSAA, it's like half the frame rate with it enabled. Use SMAA. So first I'll lower shadows, ambient occlusion, depth of field, light shafts, character and environment detail together. That was the best way to get a higher frame rate, at least in my experience. Other than that, the game's performance isn't too different. I was expecting to be able to disable reflections or something like that, but that seems to be impossible. So changing those settings should be your best chance to get better performance, since putting the settings lower than medium didn't help me that much to get a higher frame rate. Anyway guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you keep enjoying the video, thanks for watching and see you next time.
probably should catch up to Ikora. back to my shield! Don't let them pass the gate. The evac shuttles are back there. We hold here. That command ship, it's next on my list. Missiles! Stay inside my shield! More Red Legion! Show them what Guardians are made of!
The last of the shuttles is away. But the speaker, he never made it. I'm going to look for him.
I've got the plaza. Go with Ikora. Find the speaker. We're on it, Commander. Grabado!